Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to have a brief overview of iOS 12 Beta 3 on the iPhone 5s and the 6 Plus. Now I'm comparing both of them in one video because both of them are the oldest devices supported by Apple on iOS 12, and the performance is almost similar, just a little bit of difference between both of them. Also, do stay tuned for my 6s Plus review. That's a completely different story, so stay tuned for that. So let's begin. Now, iOS 12.3 Beta 4 just came in yesterday for developers. So the current build version is, there it is, 16F5148A. So we are closer to the final build. I think the final build will be released to the public in May. Now, overall, for the iPhone 5s, it's the oldest device supporting iOS 12. And Beta 4 hasn't done a lot. In comparison to Beta 3, yes, it is a bit more responsive, but it does make a difference actually. I've been using this device for over a week with Beta 3 and now with Beta 4, and I frankly cannot see any difference. It's still pretty slow. Battery life is really not doing well at all in my opinion. So in terms of Geekbench scores, let me just walk you through that. I did run one just today, so here the scores are, and comparison to a regular 5s, it's a very tiny increase, as well as in multi-core. Now again, as I said, in overall system responsiveness is still pretty slow. Try to access the camera, it does take some time. Touch ID is okay, no issues with that. I've not had any issues with Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or cellular. All of that's working perfectly fine. But system apps, it again, yes, it does take time. Now do remember the 5s is really old, and so you will have to wait when you're trying to load up web pages and all of that. So yes, it does take a bit of time, and once you start loading up apps, you do feel that the phone starts to heat up. It starts to stutter a bit. Now remember, it's got only 1 GB of RAM, so that's no way enough for 2019, especially third-party apps. You do have to wait quite a while for things to start loading. So overall, as you can see, the performance isn't that great, and you can't quite expect a lot of it. So this is quite of the end of the road for the iPhone 5s, in my opinion. I will keep you updated on the future betas and the way it's performing, but right now you cannot expect anything magical to happen for the iPhone 5s in terms of speed and performance. Now heading into battery life for me has been really bad. With the regular on Beta 3, I used to charge it maybe twice a day. Now on Beta 4, I charge it thrice a day. And the funny thing is that I cannot see the usage on the battery. Also note that this iPhone has a brand new battery in it. It's just got 19 recharge cycles on it. So it's not that the battery is old, the battery is perfectly fine. It's just that I think there's something running in the background. But Beta 4 has been really bad for battery life on the 5s. Other than that, there's not quite much to comment. It's just the same old conclusion in that it's just pretty slow. Overall, it's pretty stable. I've not had app crashes and all of that, but a brief takeaway is that there's nothing new in it. It's slow and battery life isn't that great. So let's just move on to the iPhone 6 Plus. Now the 6 Plus is a slightly better story than the 5s, not drastically better, very slight better in performance than the 5s. Let me just walk you through the Geekbench first. Now on the Geekbench, again, there's a slight increase, a little bit more than the 5s, especially in multi-core. Now this has translated into a little bit more responsive system. But again, as you start loading up apps, things start to slow down again because it's just got 1 GB of RAM. So once you start loading up things, it does tend to slow down. However, you do not find the phone heating up at the back. So again, especially while scrolling through your app pages, it kind of stutters a bit. And third-party apps do take quite a while to load, as you can see. How about Facebook? Yeah, so overall you do get the story. It isn't as responsive, but it's a better story than the 5s. So in terms of battery life, now this 6 Plus also has a brand new battery in it. So battery health is at 99%. So I'm having pretty great battery life. I mean, you can't quite complain because the 6 Plus, when it came out, still had pretty good battery life. Now you can go through the whole day, especially with this my 6 Plus. It goes through the whole day without any issues. But yeah, you will have to charge it for the next day. And as you can see, I can see the usage percentages here, whereas on the 5S I cannot. I think that's a bug. Let me just confirm, this is 12.3 beta 4, that's the build number. So again, I've not had any issues with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or cellular connectivity. Everything's fine, but again, as I said, these are the oldest devices supported by iOS 12. Apple is trying pretty hard, in my opinion, to just try their best to optimize these devices. As you see, the animations aren't quite as smooth and things do take some time, but you can't quite blame them. They are old devices. But overall, right now, the iPhone 6 Plus and the iPhone 5S aren't doing so well. They're pretty decent given their age, but I will keep you updated. But for right now, beta 4 isn't doing so well, especially with the iPhone 5S. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. Do stay tuned for my 6S Plus review on iOS 12.3 beta 4, because that is another story completely. So smash that like button if you liked the video. If you didn't, the other one's fine. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.